7 signs God is preparing you for a major breakthrough. What if the very battles that feel like they're breaking you are actually the signs that God is preparing you for a breakthrough you can't yet see? What if the pressure, the waiting, the stretching, the silence isn't a sign of God abandoning you, but God positioning you? Because the child of God, you are closer to a breakthrough than you think. There are moments in life when the soul feels worn thin, when you've prayed faithfully, endured quietly, held on privately, and yet nothing seems to move. It feels like life is stuck, like doors you hoped would open remain sealed, and the answers you longed for float somewhere out of reach. You start to wonder, God, did I mishear you? Did I go wrong somewhere? Have you forgotten me? This is the quiet ache no one sees. This is the hidden weight that presses on the heart. This is the place where people feel unseen, unnoticed, and uncelebrated. But hear me, God sees you. God knows. God understands the cry beneath the words. And the season that feels the most confusing is often the one where God is working the deepest. Your waiting is not wasted. Your struggle is not pointless. Your journey is not a mistake. Something is shifting. Something is forming. Something is coming. And God is preparing you. Because breakthrough doesn't begin when the door finally opens. Breakthrough begins in the unseen places, where God is shaping your heart to carry what you've prayed for. So today, let's look at 7 signs God is preparing you for a major breakthrough. Not as separate moments, but as one unfolding movement of God's hand over your life. 1. God is separating you from what can't go with you. When God is preparing you for more, He begins by removing what will limit you. Sometimes relationships drift, opportunities fade, or certain environments lose their grip. It may feel like loss, but it's alignment. Jesus said in John 15:2, "Every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." Think of Joseph, His separation from his family wasn't rejection. It was divine redirection toward his destiny. God isn't taking things from you. He's making room for what's coming. 2. God is increasing your inner restlessness. Before breakthrough, God often awakens a holy dissatisfaction, a stirring in your spirit that whispers, "You were made for more than this." When God is preparing you, comfort becomes uncomfortable. The familiar loses its sparkle. You feel the pull towards something greater, even if you can't name it yet. Philippians 2:13 says, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose." Moses felt this restlessness long before he ever confronted Pharaoh. Restlessness isn't frustration, it's God shifting your spirit into position. 3. God is tearing down old mindsets. Breakthrough often requires a transformation of the mind. God begins showing you patterns, beliefs, and habits that no longer serve your calling. It can feel like everything familiar is being challenged. But this is mercy, not punishment. Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Gideon saw himself as the weakest, but God called him mighty. Before the victory came the mental shift. God is renewing your identity so you can walk boldly into your future. 4. God is allowing pressure to build strength. Pressure doesn't mean God is punishing you. It means God is preparing something powerful in you. Every stretching, every delay, every test is developing endurance. James 1:3-4 says, "The testing of your faith produces perseverance." David learned to defeat lions and bears long before he ever faced Goliath. Private pressure prepares you for public breakthrough. What feels heavy now is strengthening the muscles you'll need later. 5. God is bringing strategic people into your life. Breakthrough is rarely a solo journey. God starts sending voices of wisdom, encouragement, and confirmation. Some come for a moment, some for a season, some for a lifetime. Proverbs 27:17 declares, "Iron sharpens iron." Think of Esther. God brought Mordecai to guide her, and later, the king who favored her. When God is preparing you, He aligns divine connections to open doors you cannot open yourself. 6. God is awakening your prayer life. When your spirit senses breakthrough approaching, you feel a new hunger for God, a pull toward prayer, worship, and deeper intimacy. This isn't you trying harder. This is the Spirit drawing you in. Jeremiah 29:13 promises, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." Hannah's breakthrough came after a deep, soul-level prayer. When God is preparing you, He strengthens the connection between your heart and His. 7. God is releasing confirmation after confirmation. Breakthrough often arrives with whispers of reassurance, scriptures that speak directly to you, songs that echo your prayers, messages that feel like they were written with your name on them. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Before David became king, God confirmed his calling through Samuel's anointing, Jonathan's friendship, and repeated divine protection. God speaks repeatedly when you're nearing the fulfillment of His promise. Child of God, listen to me. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. God is closer than you feel, working in ways you can't yet see, guiding your steps with precision. You may feel tired, but God is strengthening you. You may feel uncertain, but God is stabilizing you. You may feel stretched, but God is enlarging you. And what looks like delay is actually divine timing. This is the season where God is building you quietly, so He can reveal you boldly. This is where your tears water the ground, for the harvest you will soon hold. Breakthrough doesn't come to the strongest, it comes to the surrendered. It comes to those who trust in the unseen hand of God, more than the visible circumstances around them. So take heart. What God promised, He will perform. What He started, He will finish. What He spoke, He will bring to pass. Your breakthrough is not a distant dream. It is already in motion. Right now, God is opening doors you haven't even knocked on. Right now, God is aligning opportunities you haven't imagined. Right now, God is preparing people, places, and pathways that will usher you into your next season. And when it will not be small. It will not be subtle. It will not be fragile. It will be undeniable, unstoppable, and God-authored. Repeat this declaration with me. God is preparing me. God is strengthening me. God is aligning me. My breakthrough is closer than it seems. And now, may the peace of Christ steady your heart. May hope rise within you again. May clarity replace confusion, and may courage lift you into the future God is shaping for you. If this message spoke to your spirit, you are not alone. You're part of a family walking by faith, expecting God to move.